All right, welcome to another Pudgy Boys Spooktacular October, Fall, Autumn, Halloween special. We're coming at you guys live. Well, I'm coming at you live from Camp Crystal Lake, home of Jason Voorhees and all the camp counselors. Fazan's here is coming at you from
I'm at the side of the cabin at Camp Crystal Lake.
side of the cabin right by me, and Eric is
in my kitchen.
in his kitchen with all the horrors that are possibly happening in that kitchen at this moment. It's probably the scariest place out of the three that you're looking at right now. Today, so we've talked about candy, we've talked about trick-or-treating, we've talked about getting egged, we've talked about other things that rhyme with it. We're talking about graveyards, schmaveyards. But something that we haven't discussed yet, we've kind of touched on it just a little bit, is movies, TV shows, books, video games that have affected us, affected our childhood, thoughts and memories that we still can't get out of our head, that are stuck from when we were younger, that creeped us out. And if you guys are willing to take this journey with me and down memory lane, a scary memory lane,
Let's go.
we could all go together and we could see who comes out alive.
Ish.
Who would like to go first? Let's do TV shows first. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah, that works for me. Let's do it.
No, I'm cutting it off. Let's do books first. I'd like to do books first.
That's very random.
Plot twist. M. Night Shyamalan. Everybody keep up. There's going to be a lot of that today. Fazan, we were talking about books prior to turning these screens on. What were some of the books that you were talking about?
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, 1, 2, and 3. The cover art, the stories, everything's just amazing. As a kid, that was like fun to read. It was like short stories too.
Which one was your favorite?
I don't remember now
That's good. That's a great start.
because I haven't read it in maybe 2 years or 3 years.
Do you remember which one scared you?
Let's do it again. It didn't scare me, but it was really interesting to read.
Did you ever read the section of the book called Man Who Does No Research? Because that's a scary one for this video. That movie, you ever see the movie?
I did.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of the movie
No?
because maybe the books really built up the hype, and then the movie couldn't keep up with it.
Do you think it's because you're older?
That's a good point.
And wiser?
More mature?
I think that's it.
I don't know.
That
More
could be it.
mature. I don't know about that. So let me see if I can refresh it. There was a couple. There was Harry the Scarecrow. Harry the Scarecrow. He was one of the episodes. Where's My Big Toe? Do you remember that one?
No.
Where the zombie's coming back looking for her big toe.
If I start reading the book again, it's gonna all come back to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't read it before the episode. I should have done that. Just researched a little bit.
I'm walking right into this joke, but who's the lady with the loose skin?
Go ahead. So I'm not even gonna say it.
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about? The lady with the loose skin?
Yeah, the one who hugs you and she
Yeah.
puts you to. Well, I don't know where she brings you, but she brings you somewhere. Yeah, those books were. Those books were also like not sing-alongs. Those books were like they were kind of sing-alongs. The books.
Sing-alongs.
Because as you're reading it, it tells you to start speaking now or scream now if you're reading it out loud.
Oh, like if multiple people are reading it?
Yeah, if I'm reading you guys the books while you're going to sleep, it would be like, oh, scream this part. I'd be like, where's my big toe?
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
It
cool.
was really cool. Those books hold a special place in my heart.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
They only had 3 versions, right?
3
Yeah,
volumes?
three
Yeah.
Three
volumes,
volumes. And they've like re-released and kind of refreshed them a lot over the years.
I'm surprised they don't make new ones.
They
I guess
should.
They don't have to, I guess. Right?
Yeah, these still hold up, these books. And I thought the movie was okay. I wasn't too disappointed.
Maybe I was looking too much into it.
You look too much into it. Just buy your ticket, sit down, and enjoy the movie. You don't have to critique it.
I think you can watch it online now. So
You can watch a lot of things.
sorry,
online now.
man.
You can watch a lot of things online.
That in itself is a scary proclamation that we've just discovered.
That's more creepier.
Eric,
watch a dog-
book-wise. What about you? Anything
I'm
book-wise?
trying to think what jumps off. I know Goosebumps. I
Oh,
grew up
God,
on
yeah.
Goosebumps, but I can't remember them being scary at all. Do you? I remember them being entertaining, but I can't really remember one like scaring me.
No, nothing. It
They
didn't.
were
yeah.
very entertaining. I don't think they were scary.
Nothing.
no.
Maybe
They were meant to be scary, right?
when you're like a young tween, like in between.
No, I was
teen.
like, were you like younger? I was like 8, maybe 7, 8, 9.
I don't know if I could read at that age. was a little later in my life.
I remember the one again. It wasn't scary, but the one that really intrigued me was Welcome to Camp Jelly Jam.
Oh, what was that about? Do you remember?
No,
Oh, you don't. Okay.
Do you ever see the Goosebumps book, A Man Who Does No Research About Goosebumps
That's
books
2 books.
by R.L. Stein.
by R.L. Eric? Did you ever see that?
Oh, I love it.
I don't remember that one specifically. I do remember the other one. The cover art got me. It's Welcome to Horrorland.
Oh my God, yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And that's the one. They go to like an adventure park, right? And the adventure park's like all messed up. Actually, wait, Camp Jelly Jam, is that when the kids started disappearing?
Yes.
It was like a fat camp, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, it was the kids. Like if the kids eat jelly, they'll lose weight. Lose weight, quote. But the jelly was not intended for them to lose weight. It was intended for them to gain weight so the counselors could eat them.
Yeah, I remember like there was like a scene where the kid ran in the forest and like his whole all his bunkmates like disappeared.
Yeah. Remember the cover? It's like that counselor is like this.
Yeah, you're gonna cut this out, but it looked like Gary.
Oh, hey.
we'll like bleep it.
Look like boop. That was a good Goosebumps. You know what the good like the art, the cover art for those books was what kind of intrigued you to want to read them.
That's one of the main attractions that they have.
Yeah.
I got a question. So each book, how many versions do they have? How many volumes do they have for Goosebumps? Do you guys
Goosebumps, like the
remember?
original copies.
50,
Yeah.
I think it was about it was about 50 something
And
for
they-
the originals.
And they're all like one story each.
Yeah.
Wait, some of them like they had like sequels. Like
Yeah,
Monster
some of them
Blood.
have sequels. Yeah.
But if
Monster
you
Blood.
got the book, like one book would be like one story.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Night of the Living Dummy. There was Werewolf in Fever Swamp.
That a sequel?
That is yes. Probably the most famous one that has a sequel, The Haunted Mask.
Man,
Damn, I don't think I ever read a Goosebumps book then.
Yikes. So you could start.
You know what?
Something fell under the sink.
As a grown kid, I feel like I'm gonna order these volumes now just so I could read.
You should. They're really good.
The Bottomless Snowman
But I'm gonna order it
that
and
one.
then
in
I'm just gonna
Pasadena.
leave 'em.
Yeah. Attack of the Lawn Gnomes.
Do they sell like whole versions? Like I keep saying versions.
No, they only sell like 3 pages of the book. Yeah,
This
Do
will
they
have the
sell,
book,
like,
bro.
the whole volume altogether.
they might. That's going to cost you a pretty penny though, unless you buy them like redone, not like the original.
Oh,
They've
I don't want
they've
the- I don't care about
re-released
the
them with like new art and stuff like that.
new baklava.
Do you-
New baklava.
Do you remember there was like it was like 10 books or like special editions where it was a book, but like you get to choose your own story.
I remember that. Yeah. Oh wow, that really.
The book was like you
Oh
read
my
you read a
God.
story and it gives you 2 options of what to do. Like you're in a haunted house. Do you go inside or you stay outside? If you stay outside, you turn to page
Oh.
50. If you go inside, you turn to page 45. And
Oh,
it's like
that's
a,
pretty cool. That's like interactive.
Who does
Yeah.
that though? You always read both.
yeah,
you didn't
just to
follow
see what the
that.
outcome was. And then it was split. Then once you choose one outcome, it was split into like another outcome.
That's really innovative for its time.
That's really ahead of its time.
Yeah, the innovative. That's the same thing. R.L. Stein was really a big part of our lives too.
I remember that.
Back in the day, the show itself was excellent. Some of the other guys. What about TV show wise for Goosebumps? Anything stand out that you could
No.
remember?
Just the movie, the haunted,
remember
haunted
anything.
mask.
The Haunted Mask was so good.
That was straight to a movie.
It
right?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good. And the sequel,
I can't.
Which is
remember
the one with
anything.
Carly Beth. That was the sequel.
First one.
First, I was really
the
good.
sequel to The Haunted Mask 2 was about a little kid who puts on an old man face, and he starts turning old.
That's all 3 of us.
Like his body starts getting like aches and pains and stuff because he has this old man face on.
It's 35.
It's really stupid.
There's another series of books called Nightmare on Elm Street. You guys remember that?
What?
There's another series of books.
Nightmare on Elm Street books?
Yeah.
The movie?
There's a
What movie?
There was a whole bunch. No,
There's
No.
books?
that was in books.
I don't know. How about Nightmare on Research Street?
That's the third book.
These are gonna
by
go.
PudgyBoyz.
These are going the entire episode. No, Nightmare on Elm Street is a famous, one of them, probably the most famous horror movie villain of all time.
Are they books at all?
I don't know what I'm talking about then. I have no idea. I just
Yeah, you have
remember
no
this
idea.
this book with this yellow cover with the graves. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Moving on. Sorry, guys.
Well, what book is it? Look
That
it
was
up.
scary. Yeah,
Just,
look it
just
up.
out of curiosity at this point.
I'm gonna look it up.
You guys ever read The Phantom Toll Booth? That's a scary book.
No, I never.
No, what else? What about like I'm a I used to be a collector, not anymore. I used to collect comic books and like Creep Show, like as you could see on my T-shirt. was a comic book. Tales from the Crypt comic, like EC Comics, was a big thing back in like the 50s and 60s. I discovered them when in my young age, but I couldn't afford them. But it was anything horror wise usually came from those comics. Like they took a lot of those ideas and turned them into TV shows, like Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, Freddy's Nightmares, which was a spin-off of Nightmare on Elm Street, Twilight Zone, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, all these shows they would take from these comic books, and it was really they're really fun reads, especially with pictures. I like reading things with pictures. It's easier for me.
No, I don't remember any of those.
So that covers us like book. The book, we weren't really scary book people. Like our ceiling was probably Goosebumps, the comics that I mentioned, and like Scary Scores to Tell in the Dark, right?
That's
Yeah.
about it. I mean, unless you were like a avid book reader.
Side note, you remember going to when you were in elementary school, like those book fairs?
Oh, Scholastic book
They
fair.
always had Goosebumps books during those book fairs.
This was sold. That and the Hardy Boys.
Then the Hardy Boys, yeah, not the wrestlers, not the wrestlers. I don't think. Yeah. What about you guys? Want to dive into TV?
Let's go. I'm in.
What about for me? You want me to go first? Well, you
Go
guys
ahead.
Start out there,
Go ahead.
whatever anybody has.
TV show wise, I fell in love with shows like The Twilight Zone really early on, even younger. My all-time favorite TV show is Tales from the Crypt, horror wise. Can't even say wise anymore without that thing.
Can you bless me with something?
Oh gosh.
Money wise.
But horror wise, like Tales from the Crypt was way ahead of its time. It had so many great actors on it, like Joe Pesci, Brad Pitt. It had so many of them on there, and they were each show usually ended with a negative ending,
Or like a twist.
like a bad twist. It would always be the bad person who got what they deserved towards the end. But if you guys are willing to watch something like that, that's a really, really good TV show.
I can look at. Wait, it ended with the bad person getting what they deserve.
Like a cheating
it was
wife.
like a happy ending.
No, like a cheating wife. She would screw over her husband. She thinks she's getting away with this young, strapping guy, looks like Eric. And then it would be like towards the end, the young, strapping guy would turn into like some creature or something like that, and it would just eat her up, like that type of thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna tell you what episode that is, but that's one of them. But there's so
that.
many bad endings. For me, there was always a scene that stood out that always creeped me the hell out. It was the episode with Joe Pesci. He's dating identical twins, and the identical twins, their parents just passed away, and they came into like $4 million at the time. This was the early 90s. So Joe Pesci starts dating both twins. And then towards the end of I don't want to spoil it, but towards the end of the episode, like he finds himself in this predicament where he can't escape them. And it was just the way that the whole scene was set up that always sticks out in my head, and it always freaked me out. You know, I'm freaked out. I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah, that's really creepy.
I can't
Holy
move.
cow.
What about you guys? Anything?
What was so creepy about that?
I don't know. The way if you watch it, it's a little creepier than me actually explaining it. Plus, it's Joe Pesci, so it's kind of funny.
I remember second grade. I don't know why we had. Do you remember they used to have like in like an auditorium for like the entire grade? I don't know if you guys had that. I don't know if your school was like that small. Like all the second grade classes all went to auditorium at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they showed the I don't know if it was I think it was a show. I don't think it was a movie. It was the Headless Horseman.
Oh,
That was such a good story.
not the Johnny Depp one, was it?
It was a cartoon.
Oh,
This was like maybe second grade for me. It was probably like 94, 95.
I'm showing a second grade class like the Johnny Depp Headless Horseman.
No, this was a cartoon. I don't think it was scary. I don't know, but I remember it scared the hell out of me. I
Oh
remember
my
the
god, I
nightmares.
remember that. You just unlocked like so many memories. Ichabod Crane.
Ichabod Crane. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
so-
is
That's the first like memory of like being scared from like a TV show.
What was the original name of that? Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy
Tale
Hollow.
of Sleepy Hollow.
Something like that, yeah.
that's the one they made that. That's the Johnny Depp thing. In like 2000 they made
Oh,
something.
that's so sick. That's also like Sleepy Hollow is upstate New York, right?
Yeah, it's a town.
The way
Sleepy-
they do that stuff.
Yeah, they chop your head off.
They
In Sleepy Hollow.
the whole month of October they do the whole town up.
Oh man.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Too late. Can't go.
Well,
Sorry guys. Sorry guys.
all right.
Did I say something?
There's a lot of towns that have like Halloween stuff. Like they host Halloween stuff. Like,
They do. A lot of those like small, like those small put together towns, like those very family oriented towns.
I feel like the biggest one, the most famous one, is like Salem.
It is.
I'd love to go there one time.
I've been there.
Oh, how was that?
Twice.
No,
First time it was in October, but not for Halloween. So the problem is if you don't go for Halloween, it's not. You have to go for like Halloween weekend, otherwise you don't get the full effect. So when I went, it was like probably three weeks before Halloween. So they did the town up, but it wasn't really anything crazy.
I feel like during Halloween, the prices are going to be like.
You have to book
the
it. I'm
roof.
not trying to be funny. You have to book it probably like 6 months in advance.
he's not trying to be funny.
Because
If you thought he was trying to be funny,
the funny part's coming right now. Because a lot of people who book it are like witches.
Like role playing?
No,
like,
real witches, bro.
The real witches.
they ride. They go there on their brooms.
What's the term for that? I'm serious.
Role playing.
Witchcraft?
Like no, but there's like a religion. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not a witch.
Oh, okay, but yeah, they're the ones. They have like witch conventions and like all this like.
Wait,
creepy
but it's
stuff.
role play, right?
No,
No, dude, they're really witches.
They really do like
What do you-
weird stuff.
Hold on, he's saying he's saying it's real.
You think there's real witches?
No, not real.
No,
witch-
yeah, they do. In
every
their
real-
minds, they do like black magic,
They're doing something real.
Oh,
They're
correct,
not,
yeah.
they're
Like
not
holistic doctors.
like holistic doctors.
Okay.
They're witches.
I'm not telling you to believe in it, but in their mind, it's the craft, right? Remember the movie?
I love The Craft.
What were they? It was the same like religion.
Witches.
Okay, so there you go.
Also, they're doing like real stuff.
Yeah, in their minds, yeah.
In their mind.
Yeah.
but-
But
Oh,
they're
I
the
thought
ones
it
who
was
book
role
up
play.
Salem. They book up Salem because they do that weekend's like all these like witch conventions.
If they were real witches, they wouldn't have to book them.
They could just fly. I
They
guess.
should just
Yeah.
fly there and do it.
That's such a good
Is it like a
point.
complete madhouse during that time? I saw videos where people are just like,
There's no parking.
Yeah.
That's your. Think of like Times Square on New Year's Eve.
"That's-
that
I just,
busy? Holy
oh,
cow.
man, I can't get into that. But was it worth it when you went?
No,
See, that's what I
it's
mean.
not, nothing's ever worth
Even
it.
3 weeks before?
Yeah, I mean it was cool to see. Like I did a tour of the what do you call those? The trials. The Salem
Oh, the
trials.
Salem witch trials.
Yeah, they take you to houses. They,
Take your head off.
I think it'd be a lot more fun if they hung the witches as you
they
were
showed
passing.
Yeah. You know, like it's like a lot of history stuff. You into that? A lot of,
I'm
like
into
walking
history.
tours, like history stuff.
Oh, walking. I can't get into that.
A lot of seafood.
Oh, God.
Salem's were right on the water. So
Salem witch trials.
Salem fish trials.
That was always scary. Salem witch trials. Hearing about that stuff.
hope you like fish and chips. 'Cause they have a lot of that.
Mosquito. In
I like
there, man.
chips, but I don't like fish.
The chips aren't chips though.
There's a mosquito in this freaking. Look at this. I'm at the Crystal Lake. There's mosquitoes everywhere. That sounds cool though. I mean, something maybe I would do
I
if they
wanna
have
do
like
it.
good food, but it's only fish.
A lot of seafood.
No, I don't want to do that.
A fisherman's platter.
So that's they unlocked a lot of memories there with the whole headless horseman thing. What about you, Fazan? As I try to kill this mosquito, just start talking.
It's just flying
Son of
away
a
from
bitch.
you. Ichabod Crane was pretty scary.
Rip Van Winkle.
Did you
something
just
like
make that up?
Nah.
It was a story like that, and then Rumpelstiltskin or something like that. I don't know how-
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, Stillskin.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not what you said.
I was pretty.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Bro.
You got him now. You see the mosquito, right?
Yeah,
It's all over the place. This thing.
It travels, huh?
It does. Just-
Traveling.
It's going to Salem. Maybe it's a witch.
I'm on the side of the cabin, so we're in the same location.
Yeah. You know what was good? Like coming back to the Tales from the Crypt thing. Since it was out in the '90s and it was on HBO, it wasn't really for the faint of heart. You know, when you're like a 10-year-old, I think HBO is kind. I don't know about how your households were, how your holistic households were, but like HBO was kind of like a no-go for me, especially at like 10 o'clock at night because it was
'Cause they
nothing but
played,
bad
like,
stuff on it.
yeah.
It was like real shows. It was like taxi shows that we don't want to discuss at this time. And there was some like, and especially like 10 o'clock, you're sneaking in to watch like Tales from the Crypt, and you're completely freaked out at the time because there's cursing, there's blood, there's nudity, there's anything a 10-year-old could ask for. It was on that show.
Can you watch it? Like, where can you watch it now?
Go watch it on YouTube. They have all the episodes on YouTube, pretty much.
Oh,
Unless you want to buy the whole DVD set alone is like $15. It's not that
I'm not into
expensive.
buying like physical. copies
Okay,
anymore.
all right. I'm sorry.
I know somebody who is,
You're yelling at me.
There's nowhere to store it.
Yeah, that's true. There's nowhere to put it.
or play them. Are you gonna play them on your PS5?
You can.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You
It's like
get
you
DVDs.
don't want to ruin the PS5 by playing
Buy a
videos.
CD DVD combo.
See,
Why don't you just do something like that?
Your Ortiz.
Yeah. TV show. There was another show when we were kids. How you guys feel about Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh yeah. I remember that.
I'm not asking you.
I
That was the
kinda
name of the
remember
show.
Nick at Night.
I kind of remember that.
Snick. Remember Snick?
Snick, yeah.
Yeah, they used to put on Are You Afraid of the Dark? It was some creepy. It was like
There's one I remember scared the shit.
Do you remember that one?
Zeke the plumber.
Who are you? Friends call me Zeke.
Please tell me you know what I'm talking about or not.
That's all. This is the guy who came to your house last weekend to unclog your
Yeah.
toilet.
It's something with like a haunted plumber, but he killed people.
Oh, I think I remember.
His name was Zeke.
I remember one where there was a clown. There was like a clown house, and what's his name was in it? Ryan Gosling.
Oh.
You never would have known that.
As a kid,
No, dude, as a 50-year-old, he traveled.
He was older back then than he's now.
Yeah, he was in this episode. Really cringy. It was about clowns. That's about it. But that was like the updated Twilight Zone for kids our age, because there was always something to go with it. One episode in particular, if you don't mind me speaking about it. Do you remember the Tia and Tamara, the twins?
yeah.
They were in an episode where one of them was an evil. I'm sorry, one of them was an evil chameleon, and she could shapeshift into like she could shapeshift, so she shapeshifts into her identical twin, and then a spoiler alert if you haven't seen this episode, it just always stood out to me. The evil chameleon twin becomes the real life daughter, and the daughter gets shifted into a chameleon at the end of the episode.
That's a nice little twist.
Did you find him attractive? I
did.
had such a crush on them as a kid.
Which one did you think was cuter?
I don't remember. They kind of looked a little different, right?
They did. One
Yeah.
had like a little bit of a rounder face.
I remember. They're really beautiful now.
They're gorgeous.
I remember as a kid. I don't know why. I guess because they were older. They were like when we were kids. How old were they? Like late teens.
Yeah, probably like 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, it was like the perfect crush age.
Yeah. If they ever see this video, we think you guys are both attractive,
Yeah.
to be honest. And
Are they married?
who knows? Maybe they are. Maybe they aren't. What else? You guys?
You know what's another TV show that?
Please, yeah.
That did like horror stuff.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Like once a year. It's The Simpsons, Treehouse of Horror.
Oh,
Oh, that's
That
those
was
are.
so fun to
it's
watch.
such a beautiful tradition every year to watch that.
As a kid, you look forward to it.
You do, and I look forward to it now.
And like random characters are dying. They're the ones that you don't expect to die.
Is that the first time they showed the aliens?
I think like the third or fourth one, they showed the aliens, and then they've been in every episode since.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Is
cool.
it, yeah. So yeah, the Treehouse of Horror is so cool. I remember that. I still love that every single year. I'm gonna get this thing. I promise.
It's that mosquito, man.
It keeps following. It's gonna be at the whole episode. This thing. We'll get it by the end. Do you guys want to jump into movies? Like what? Got it. Oh. Okay.
Doesn't help when
I had it.
Yes.
Doesn't help when you're on delay.
I had it in my hand. I promise. I wanted to go over something with you guys, if you don't mind. I have the updated 2023 top 10 most scariest horror movie moments. I'd like to see if you guys have either seen these movies or I'm just going to run through them quick.
Okay, go ahead.
10 is from the movie Us,
Oh, that movie was really good.
when the copycat family's standing in the driveway.
Holy cow! Yeah.
These
That
are just
was-
movie moments, not movies.
Yeah, I understand.
You remember that?
I haven't seen it.
That was really creepy.
That's good.
The ending was such a big twist. Sorry to delay your stuff. Go ahead.
No, you don't have to land it. I have all night. Hereditary, when the girl gets the allergic reaction to the peanuts.
I didn't
Yeah,
watch
you
that
expect her
movie.
to die like 10 minutes, not 10, like 20 minutes to the movie.
Yeah.
Was-
Did you guys ever see a movie called It Follows?
no.
It's a movie about a it's gonna sound stupid when I say it. It's a movie the disease gets passed on based on who you have sex with.
Oh.
So like if I have sex with Eric has this disease, has this thing that follows it, like this being.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, in health class.
Number 7, The Descent. If you're into claustrophobic horror, if you're claustrophobic, that's not the movie you really want to watch.
What's that about?
These divers go into like a cave, and they get caught with these monsters in very claustrophobic, like in caves. It's crazy.
Oh, that's scary.
It's creepy.
This is good stuff to watch.
Yes. 6, The Shining, when he puts his head through the famous scene when he puts his head through the.
Here's Johnny.
No, here's Willie. Here's Psycho, the shower scene when Norman Bates stabs.
Oh, American Psycho.
Different movie.
Different movie.
Number 3, one of the most famous, Nightmare on Elm Street. You ever see that? The original one?
No.
This is a great list. I'm glad I did this. Alien, the chest bursting scene
I think I've seen that.
when the thing comes out of the person's chest.
I saw that in Spaceballs.
That too. The number 1 updated one, The Exorcist,
Which one?
the original one.
When her head spins around.
When she does the 360 head spin, and a follow up to that
Is
one.
that real?
Yeah, she spun her head all the way around
Not the head
360.
spin. The
She actually killed herself for
She
the
did.
movie.
She killed herself for the movie, bro.
when she walked down the stairs backwards.
That is
That's
real. She's
really
a spider.
No,
She spider walked down the steps. No, I'm not even trying.
No,
to
that's
I'm not
real.
sure.
Bro,
She said she practiced it.
She did.
Oh, she did?
Linda Blair, beautiful girl.
bro, that I think that was the scariest thing ever.
The spider walk.
Yeah,
She said that like the crew members were like freaked out.
that is
Like the other actors. And,
Remember the scene right after
What was
when
it?
the whole family's in the piano room and she just pisses all over the carpet.
We got a guest.
You're gonna die up there.
was that movie, from what you know, was that popular when it came out, or
It was
it only
very.
became popular afterwards?
I think it was. Nobody's ever seen anything like that before. During the time, it was 76. Nobody's seen things like that before. It was
I'm surprised they allowed
creepy.
it. I'm surprised they allowed
That's
it.
another. It was rated R.
Why am I getting creeped out right now?
That was a creepy movie.
Because the mosquito's still alive. Movie wise, do you guys have a favorite horror movie that sticks out? Like a moment, like you guys have for yourself?
Yeah, I know. For me, it was the first. The Headless Horseman was the first like show that scared me. The first movie that scared me, probably the same age, was The Shining. When the kid was on the bike, riding down the hall, and then you see the 2 girls.
Yeah.
I remember that gave me nightmares for months.
Red Rum.
Yeah. Well, thanks to Joanne, my babysitter.
She made you watch that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My parents flipped out when they found out.
What they do to her?
They fired her.
That's.
I got another babysitter.
Whoops.
That's a fireable offense.
Yeah.
That's where John the babysitter came in.
Yeah, Joanne showed up as John the next day. No,
That's
because
funny.
you don't show like a kid that.
No,
movie.
you can't. That's horrible.
And I was very sensitive as a kid, so like.
You sensitive now?
Yeah, I literally had nightmares for like weeks. But yeah, I'd always remember. I remember that scene, the kid on the bike, and then.
Were you begging to? Were you like begging her to watch it?
No,
or
she just put it on. She just put it on. I know what Shining was.
She just voluntarily showed him the Shining.
And then she leaves too. I remember she left the room.
Well, that probably did meet up with her boyfriend.
No, she was older.
Ooh la la.
She was a robust.
A robot?
Robust.
Oh. You have one there, Fazan?
She's probably dead by now.
Before I answer
That's
that question,
That's not nice.
Dude, she was 60, 30, like 30 years ago.
rest in peace.
30, that means she would be 90. She could still be alive.
Not that weight.
What about John? Did you have one over there, Flippy?
Before I go into that, do you guys like jump scares?
I do.
Nah.
I'm a sucker for a jump scare.
I feel like some movies do jump scares. They overdo jump scares.
Yeah, some of them rely on them too much, but the ones that do them perfectly are the good. Those feel good.
I think we got to an era where like there'll be movies that are just jump scares.
I think Paranormal Activity was one of those.
I think they did it perfectly. In my opinion,
Did we talk about this already? The Blair
Did
Witch
we-
Project?
I think
Yeah.
we
I think
did. We did.
It's in the previous.
That's that
one of
movie.
these episodes that we did.
Yeah.
That was scary. That's a scary movie, in my opinion. But there was a scene in Insidious 2 where the creature or whatever, the person, is hiding in the dark underneath something and just comes at you in the screen. It scares the
Sounds like his babysitter.
crap out of you. That I think is like a scary scene.
Yeah.
Even though it's a jump scare,
If that's what sticks out, that's what sticks out.
Sounds like John.
I'll throw it out over here somewhere.
There's remember these? You saw Insidious 1?
I don't remember. I probably did. Sorry.
You remember the scene, like they're going around the table, and then you see the monster for the first time sitting right behind them, like half his face.
Right.
You don't expect it.
Oh my god! There was another movie where they're in this house and the monster's on their shoulder and you could see it through the mirror.
Oh, what?
I forgot what it was. I completely forgot. It was
Oh, that's good.
man.
That's scary too, right?
I'll
The
put
fact that you
sound-
can't remember.
I'll put the picture up somewhere.
Sounds scary.
That sounds really terrifying. I wish I knew what it was.
Sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean. When you have the
Sounds like
parrot
Toy
on the
Story.
shoulder.
Oh man.
That's a good movie, bro. Are you guys into like like for me being young, I've always had like a infatuation with like 70s, 80s, 90s horror, even though I didn't grow up in the 70s and 80s. I was alive in the 80s for 1 month, if you want to count that. Like
What's
like
a horror
this-
from the 70s?
like these movies, like 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween.
Those are from 70s?
Yeah. You guys into like horror anthology? That's some of my favorite stuff.
No, I don't know. Tell me something about it.
Come on,
Like
bro.
what's
Creep
that show?
I've never seen it. That's
American Horror Story.
American
Nope.
Horror Story. Yeah, that's a great episode.
sorry. What's another show that we watched? Black Mirror.
Black Mirror is good.
Is that part of like an?
It came out like 10 years ago. I would consider that older.
That's pretty cool.
There's a lot of stuff like technology wise. I would like if you guys would like delve down the whole Tales from the Crypt thing. I'd like you guys to give that show a big shot.
Sure, I'm in.
Watch it on there.
Yeah, could
We
be coming
should.
up.
Like a reaction thing.
Could be coming up on a Pudgy future episode. Stay tuned.
Sorry, HBO.
Sorry, HBO. Sorry, HBC. Oh my god.
HSBC.
Yeah, those are some of our memories. You guys have any other memories you want to talk about that scared you?
I can't remember anything else. I mean, until Eric mentioned the thing, I didn't even remember that the Ichabod Crane thing.
Yeah,
Like
those
that
are
was
like
a really good one.
that and The Shining were like those two first jarring memories as a kid.
There's probably so many that we just can't even. That's scary in itself. The fact we can't remember
That's really sad.
like 90% of what we experienced.
How do you find that? You just go to Google scary stuff from the 90s.
Yeah, you Google Fazan. What does Fazan not remember from the 90s? And then it'll pop up on Google.
Oh man.
All right. I'm going to go kill this mosquito. I'm going to try and kill this mosquito. If you guys want to continue, you can go ahead. If not, you can come help me. It's up to you guys.
I'm gonna buy the Goosebumps series now.
Buy them right now. All right. That's it. I'm good. Guys, you want to share, like, subscribe this video? We are going to be putting out holiday content coming up in the future. It'll be a whole nostalgic, pudgy Thanksgiving. We're going to find the fattest turkey we can, and we're going to eat it live on a video.
We're
All
gonna
three of us.
kill it live.
We're going to kill it, and we're going to eat it live on video. All right? Thank you for watching. Share, like, subscribe. Tell your kids, and we will guide them to the path that they need to be guided on.
PudgyBoyz out. Mike Myers is coming for you.